Hello friends, it's Annette from Stampin' with the Bees, and welcome to the World Card Making Fun Day Make and Take number 2. I am going to play with Catch You Later from the new mini January to June catalog, and the Awesome Otters, which is part of the Celebration promotion. You can earn him in Canada, where I'm from. You can earn him for $60. I'm not sure what it is in Australia or other countries. The US is 50. If you spend 50 US dollars, you get him for free, and in Canada you have to spend 60. So I'm going to play with these two guys. The first card is a straight up, well, not a straight up, but a case from a friend of mine in the UK. So I have a basic white thick card base, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. I'm sorry, I do inches here in Canada. Most of us in Canada do inches. I know we went metric, but when it comes to measurements, inches is still the thing. And then I have a Night of Navy, and it is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and it's gonna go. It's gonna mat on my card like so. And then I took out a piece of the Simply Marvelous Designer Series paper, which is Balmy Blue, Basic Gray, Blushing Bride, Bumblebee, Coastal Cabana, Flirty Flamingo, Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather, Misty Moonlight, Pool Party, Smoky Slate, and So Saffron. And I think I've just about got all the colors pulled out here. Just give me one more second. There's the blue. Okay, so those are this side, and then there's the flip side. I guess I don't have the pink pulled out far enough for you to see the yellow. But it's kind of like more of a washed marbly look on this side, and this one is more like big time swirly bits. So that's kind of cool. Alright, and so, so that my video wasn't like forever long, I stamped a bunch of otters and cut them out ahead of time, and I even colored a lot, not a few, and I just was going to run through coloring one for you so you would know what I did. Sorry, my phone's going to make noise in the background, and hopefully that doesn't bother too many of you. So I need the light and dark crumb cake. This is light soft suede. I've got light and dark Pool Party. Yep, and that's it. So what I'm going to do also is the hat. I think I'm going to, you know what? A contrast to the blue would be a cute pink hat. So I'm going to do light and dark polished pink. And so I'm going to color my pom-pom, the dark pink, and my polka dots, the dark pink. I'm not going to try and shade the polka dots because it's such a tiny little hat. And mostly I'm just going for the color. And like the cool thing with doing the dark and then the light is if I color onto the dark, it won't matter because it won't show. So that's my cute little hat. Maybe I should have went pink and blue, but I kind of thought it was cool. Oh, and the other thing is I used the dark basic black for his cute little nose because the real otter has a black nose. And I'm going to shade with the light soft suede. I'm going to shade this a little bit by his ear, and then I just put a little dot here around his arms and around his legs, sort of thing. And then I'm going to draw the lines here where Stampin' Up has so kindly put them there for us. And then basically I'm just going to color them all in with dark crumb cake, because in my world the otters are kind of a darker brown. Hopefully yep, right in the middle of the camera shot. Good. Every once in a while you gotta look up and check that, right? I like to do Facebook Lives a little bit more. I feel the interaction is better for me, because when you do a video like this where it's just a YouTube video, it's me in my craft room making a card, talking to myself, or at least that's what it feels like. So hopefully you guys like the otters and you all think that it's a cool pick for the celebration choices. This is one of my favorites. I really like them. But honestly, I like a lot of the stuff in the celebration. I love the otters. I like the little cars. Okay, and then I'm going to take the dark crumb cake while I've got it, and I'm going to shade sort of under the armpit here and around the fish, because I figure if he's holding the fish, and around his footies, because I figure they're dangling above his belly, and a little bit of a shadow would be what you would see. I just went around the outside, and then I'm going to grab the light crumb cake, and we're going to cross our fingers and hope it stays, because it's needing replacement. Because when I was coloring all these guys, I was closing it, giving it a minute, opening it up again. And making sure that that I could get all of those little guys colored, because it's pretty much needs to be replaced, which happens when you use, like, crumb cake is a popular color. I've used it quite a bit, actually. Okay, we'll clear out these beiges, these crumb cakes in soft suede, and then I'm gonna go a little dark by the scales and under the hands, because I figured there'd be a shadow around the hands. And then I just colored his head, the dark, full on dark. And then the light, I'm just going to color in, and we'll get a little bit of shading there. And then that's how I colored my otters. So, we'll get that out of the way. What I'm going to do first is, the way that Sarah did her card, which I thought was really cool, was, and I probably should have it up here to look at, is she kind of, and am I going to glue them flat, or should I pop them? I'm going to glue them flat. So what she did was she kind of, and maybe I shouldn't glue him down just yet, I should sort of position them, because you know, like when you see otters, there's never just one. It's always like a group, like a family kind of thing. So she kind of did them sort of going across her page, which I thought was actually quite genius. I don't really want to cut the guys off too much, but so maybe we will put this guy here. And then we'll put this guy more on the bottom, so we'll just glue where his butt is. And we're gonna get and then that marvelous paper, it kind of looks like water, so it's kind of cool that way. And then I'm wondering, oh, this guy's gonna end up on there full on. Pretty much. Yeah, I don't think I can. I was wondering if I could harvest a head and bring it down, but I don't think I can, really. And then what the plan is to flip them over. Oh, my goodness. Sorry, the camera's lower than normal, and I was trying not to hit that and dumped my cup. Okay, so that goes. You just trim off all these bits. All these body parts, half otters, quarter otters, etc. And then there, I'm stuck with I'm not stuck, but I'm set now with my otters, right? And so I'm going to take this while I got the glue out, and I'm going to glue this guy down. And so I should have like a 1/16 of an inch all the way around. And like some of my tails are not stuck down, and I kind of did that on purpose because I kind of thought that I could add a little bit of dimension if I pop up the tails a little bit, curl them up just a hair. This guy I might, oh no, I didn't glue him down. And then I've got a little bit of interest sort of on my card. And then the hat, I might put a dimensional on the back of the hat. So I'm just going to grab a mini and put it in the middle of the hat here. And then you just kind of pick an otter that you want to, and I'm going to put it on this guy's head. Girl. If she's wearing a pink hat, she should be a girl. And then they have sentiments in the set. It's like it's birthday time. But in the interest of time, I have a bunch of birthdays that are cut out here already. And so what I was thinking is that I would put minis on there. And then from the annual catalog, because we're sort of working in blues, I'm going to pull out this combo pack that's the flowers for every season. And I'm going to tie myself a bow. And maybe I should have went with pink of some sort because of the hat, but I kind of thought this blue went really nicely. So we'll cut that. And then I'm going to use a glue dot and tuck that on my sentiment, hopefully. Oh, well, it helps when you pick up the glue dot. Okay, let's put it at this end so that it stays on the card, and then we'll rip off all those backings. And tuck him sort of off. I wanted to kind of come from one side. I believe actually Sarah did that as well. My bow is really large, but I kind of like it that way. And then we will get rid of that, and then we will stick the card to the card base. And while I'm doing this, I was just thinking a cool thing I could do with the one little face that's kind of here, not so as not to waste him, I'm going to glue him down on the inside. There. And we have a cute little dude there. So that is, I'm going to do 2 cards. So this is card number 1. Oh, wait a second. Let's not forget that we should pull out some of our gorgeous new bling. And I'm going to use these, the polished dots. They're clear. So they kind of remind me of like if you had drops of water from, you know, swimming around in the pond with your family as you go to the birthday party when you're a little family of otters. I know I'm stretching it a bit, right? Do otters have birthday parties? Maybe. I would like to think that they do. Why not, right? There. And so those are the new ones. Polished dots. They come in pink and clear, and they're pretty, in my opinion. Okay, so that's card number 1. My tail's a little long there, and I got 1 extra otter to play with on another card. And then the other set was that Catch You Later, and Emma Goddard did a really cool Slimline card, and she used a series of characters. So I'm going to go with the same kind of thing. I'm going to do the Slimline, though, and so I've got it as, what is that, 8.5 card base by 6.5, and that's the thick, and then I scored it down the middle at 3 1/4, and then I have a navy piece that is 3 1/8 by 8 3/8. That's going to be like my first layer, and then I have a layer of the white, which is 3 inches by 8 1/4. What am I doing for time? I'm going to be in trouble soon. And then I cut out a circle, a scallop circle, and the other one to sort of do, from this one, it's Happy Birthday from Us. So I'm going to pull, that one is this one. Happy Birthday from Us. And I think actually I might do it in Night of Navy because of my navy cardstock. I'm going to put it right in the, do I want to put it right in the middle? Yeah, put it right in the middle. Ta-da. Okay. Clean that up. Yep. Put it back. Even better. Don't put it down, put it away, right? And then we'll, and I'm thinking though, let's see, who else have I got in here that I haven't actually used? I wonder if I should take my otter. Is he already mounted? Did I stamp otters? I didn't, but I don't think he's in there. Yeah, he's here. Because I was, oh gosh, not in Navy. Not in Navy. Let's go here. And, where can I do this where you guys can see it? I'll go here, and then we'll just put him here where you can see just a little bit of his little face here. There. See? And so he's going to be on the bottom of the card there. I think that there's a little bit of a hair there, but when we color him, I think that will... Let's close this, because we almost stamped an otter in Navy. Okay, we can get rid of you. Put you up there out of the way. And I'm going to take my card base and move it and get my white piece here. And I'm going to grab my Coastal Cabana and my blending brush. I think Emma did watercolor, but, or maybe she used DSP. I can't remember, but I was thinking that a nice little blush of Coastal Cabana or Pool Party in the background always makes your characters stand out. Sorry, my phone is making all kinds of racket. So let's put it on quiet mode. Glue this down. Oh, and slide it. And then I've got monkeys. And this guy I already colored the same way. Only I think actually his belly might be ivory. But you can go either way. We could use the dark one. And then I keep with the same. But I think he's actually light and dark soft suede. And light and dark crumb cake. And then I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of this one. And my monkeys, I'm going to pull out Granny Apple Green. So this is light and dark. And what I did, oh goodness, that's a tight one. And I think I just colored it. What I did was I put like a dot at the tip of each leaf in the dark. And then I think I colored the stem with the dark color because it would, in my brain, it seemed like it was darker. Or it would be darker. And then I take the light and I just color the rest of the leaf in, and then you get a little bit of dimension on your leaves. Since I'm coloring multiples. And the thing I do with, and am I going to be able to find it if I start talking about it? Maybe not. But the thing that I do when I'm learning to color something, maybe I don't have it here. I don't think that I do. I think I put it somewhere else. Yep. Is I stamp a whole bunch of them, and then I get out my colors, and I sort of go to town. Unless he's under there. Nope, he's not. Okay, so the monkeys I thought looked really good in... I don't know if I want to go totally dark soft suede, though. But I think that's what I did but I'm thinking I might do one monkey that's slightly lighter and one monkey that's slightly darker. So what I did was I colored the little faces in with light petal pink. Trying not to color the eyes, and the inside of their ears, get a little bit of a blush of pink. And the difference with doing the otters is like the inside of that ear you could put pink, but I don't think I did that. So, and then I came back with the dark petal pink, and I gave them little cheeks. And darkened like the top part, like close to the edge of the ear. And then I'm going to take light soft suede, and I'm going to do a little bit of shading where the head meets the body, and then in here where all these dots are, I'm thinking that's where Stampin' Up! Has decided we needed to have the shadows, and same thing on their heads. And he's going to be the light one, so we're going to wait on... Oh, and I did all the legs in the dark colors because I thought that was not going to be an area where I wanted to try and shade anything. And maybe I'll do the legs on this guy too. And the tail. When I saw this stamp set, I thought these guys were so cute. And the main reason for the stamp set was the monkeys. I like the kitty with the fishbowl too, but I really like the monkeys. And then this one's going to get dark where the dark is. And then this is dark light soft suede. That was dark soft suede. And I'm just going to finish the ears, and then I'm going to fill in the rest of the monkey. And like you can color these guys with crumb cake. You could use those. There's new blends coming out that are like supposed to be skin tones, but like when you go talking about coloring animals, all the different browns and everything would be really good for coloring some animals, because like squirrels, for example, and deer, they all come in different shades of brown, right? Oh, and this guy. And like some of those flesh tones would be nice for these faces and everything too. So I don't think those need to necessarily be only for people. So that's that guy. And then my fishbowl, I kind of thought that my water should be blue. So I colored my water with some of the dark balmy blue. And then I came in with the light and shaded it. I love these markers. Where did that go? There and there. And then I think I'm going to use, I didn't use Bermuda Bay, but this is light Bermuda Bay and light Pool Party. But I'm thinking that my fish, when I did him before, he was really light. And I'm thinking if I go with a little bit of Bermuda Bay, that he won't be... Actually, this should be dark. Because what I did was I used the light dark Pool Party for the glass bowl that the fish is in. See, and this is another one that gets used a lot. And then what I thought was that I would color my when I was little, we had an orange kitty growing up, and so I thought that I would do the orange kitty. So that's light and dark pumpkin pie And then I've got light Cajun craze. So I'm going to color, and I colored him in the fishbowl too because you can see him through the fishbowl, so why wouldn't that be his color, right? And not the color of the glass. So I'll do that bit first. So that's light and dark pumpkin. And so I just kind of went around this edge and then around the fish, because I would think that would be where the shadow would be if there was going to be a shadow, or there should be a shadow. And then I'm going to color my kitty with the orange, the light pumpkin pie. Trying hard to stay in the lines and not get in the eyes. And I stamped with Memento because that is the black ink that you use when you use blends, for anybody who cares or doesn't know that. And this is regular basic white, but I think you're actually supposed to use thick, but I never seem to remember to do that. So that's light, and then I'm going to take the dark, and I would figure that there would be a shadow here beside the bowl, and then I went up into his speckles here because I'm thinking that's where my kitty would have a darker color, and I did a little bit of the tail. And just before I put this, maybe I went all the way around the fishbowl actually, now that I'm looking at my shading. And then I took the Cajun and I did a little bit of deepening of the shadows here with this. And then I'm just going to come back in with the light pumpkin pie, and blend that out a little bit so that my kitty doesn't have like super obvious stripes. And with blends, sometimes you have to let them dry a little bit and then go back to that area, because it takes a few minutes, and like sometimes you over blend. So there, that's my kitty. And if I wanted to add a little bit more dimension, I could bring the dark Cajun and just kind of touch on all those lines. And then that gives it a little bit of shadows too, or darkens it up a little bit. So let's put this bad boy together. So I was envisioning that my circle would go in the middle, and part of me feels like I need to add some ribbon there. So I'm going to grab a piece of this. This is ribbon we had before, but it came back and it's really pretty. And it kind of goes with my navy theme that I got going here. So I'm going to put, a teensy bit of tear and tape in the middle here. Burnish it good, and then just peel that off. Most of the time it works, but, and it doesn't have any fingernails, or, oh yeah, we should get rid of these too. And then figure out where my bow tab should be versus where my loop is going to be around the dimensionals here on the back. Was kind of my plan. And then put that sort of, I wanted to go middle right because I wanted my monkeys hanging on one side of the sentiment. Oh, we didn't color that guy. We did not color this guy. And he's got, oh no. He's got a little thing by his eye that I think is coming off my Memento ink pad. I'm not going to make you guys wait for me to do this circle again though, because I think I would have to cut a new circle. Okay, and light for the belly. And then I'm going to come in with the dark and sort of dot around where the shadows would be. That just helps move the color around a little bit quicker, is all. And then we'll do that same thing where we'll color our fish with the dark Bermuda. Oops, why did you forget that one hand? Who did that? Goodness. Oh no, he was dark crumb cake. His hands won't match if I don't color it the same. There. And then we need a black nose. Oh, whoops, that's the other tip. And because he would be in water, I'm just going to take my Balmy and just do these water ripples that I didn't do on the other card because the ripples wouldn't have been stamped. Maybe I should have drew them on, but I don't think he needs them. Okay. And then everybody's getting dimensionals. Everybody gets dimensionals. Where did you put those? Oh, I put them back. Look at that. Look at me go. All right. Here and here. And here and here. You can probably deal with 3. Maybe I'll put him on this side of the thing and we'll put the fish over to the side. You know what I mean? Like put him here and then bring this guy in here and tuck him sort of behind the tail a little bit. And the monkeys can hang here and they can overlap that sentiment just a hair. And then I feel like I need to, and I'm trying to think what I should use. Like they're all floating in it. Well, the monkeys should be floating in air, but I'm just wondering if I should have like a little bit of grounding here for my people who are actually on the ground. So I used a little bit of smoky slate there. Because they should be floating. They should have some kind of, ground to stand on. Okay. So, let's put this together. So Emma used like puffins and other things that I didn't use, but I'm like, I could do this with the current guys that are... She might have even had a penguin. Did she do penguins or puffins? I think she did puffins. Because puffins are in the annual and the penguins were in the mini that retired. I don't think the penguins are coming back. Alright, and he goes here. And then I'm going to... I think for this guy, I'm going back to my favorites. Which, yeah, these sequins. I love these sequins, and I think they would be really cute. Scattered all over my card, here and there, because if it's a birthday, it's kind of a party, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... And it makes me think, because it's happy birthday, he's a little high now, but I have a few more birthday hats cut out. I'm thinking I'll put one here on this thing. my sentiment. Because if I put it here, it will hang up. It'll be too high for my card. I should have had him lower. I could probably put it on him, but I kind of like the idea of putting it here. So I'm going to color a little bit of Pool Party. And maybe we'll bring in the light Misty Moonlight, which is still very dark. I should have probably used Balmy Blue, but this will be cool. It'll work. So a dimensional, and maybe I'll tuck it right on the end of my happy birthday, like that. Oh, then I can't see my sequin. Hang on. Let's take this guy. Oh, the glue dot stayed there. Of course it did, right? Of course it did. Pick that up, and we'll just move it over here. There. Ta-da. So, that is 2 cards with all of our new buddies from the catalog. So, we'll put him here and him here. So the measurements are there. You guys can make these if you choose to. Thanks so much for watching my live, or my video I mean, and for playing on the World Card Making group. I hope you guys enjoy all the fun we have set up for today, and yeah, have a great weekend. Thanks guys.